Hello everyone and welcome to my desk. We're trying a bit of a different thing today. I have this idea, okay, since ChatGPT is being used for absolutely everything right now, I thought it would be interesting to ask it or them some plant questions and see how it does. Is it useful? Is it useful for houseplant tips? Is it useful for more kind of scientific questions? Is it useful for botany? How is ChatGPT actually going to help us here? So I thought I would try and film this. Logistically, it's a bit different to what I'm used to, but I'm hoping that it's all going to work out. And I thought it could be maybe entertaining. We'll see how it is. If it's not entertaining, I probably won't upload it. But I mean, we can try. So I'm going to screen record on my PC, which is also something I've never done before. But we can, you know, test it out. Here, so obviously you can use ChatGPT, just like the normal one that everybody seems to use, or you can also use it in Bing now as well. Searching ChatGPT into ChatGPT. Hi GPT, how's it going? How's it going? Oh my god, sorry Bing. I feel so bad. I had to go up with feeling bad. I mean, this is not plant related, but I think we all need to know that. Oh. Why is it not entering as normal? Okay, let's stop this. I want to use this ChatGPT. Hi, GPT. How are you? Now, I like to speak to AI as if it's a person, you know, okay? You are so welcome, and I'm happy to hear you are functioning properly. So let's get into the good stuff. Let's start with some plant care situations. I want to set it up well. I think that is an important part of talking to ChatGPT. Can you five important tips for caring for these plants at home. Let's see what she says. She, he, they? Shouldn't be gendering this. 5 important tips for caring for common houseplants in an indoor setting. Watering. Most indoor plants require regular watering, but the frequency can vary depending on the species and the size of the pot. As a general rule, it's best to let the soil dry out slightly between waterings. This will help prevent overwatering, which can lead to root rot. Be sure to also avoid letting the plant sit in standing water. Whoa, she's really going for it. As this can also lead to root rot. Lighting. Different houseplants have different lighting requirements, but most prefer bright indirect light. Be sure to place your plants near a window with filtered sunlight or provide them with artificial lighting if necessary. Avoid placing them in direct sunlight as this can scorch their leaves. Humidity. Many houseplants originate from tropical regions and require high humidity to thrive. To increase humidity levels, you can mist your plants regularly, place a tray of water near them, or use a humidifier. Fertilizer. Indoor plants may require regular fertilization to provide them with the nutrients they need to grow and thrive. Be sure to use a fertilizer formulated for indoor plants and follow the instructions carefully to avoid over-fertilization. Pests and diseases. Like all plants, indoor plants can be susceptible to pests and diseases. Keep an eye out for common problems like spider mites, mealybugs, and scale insects, and treat them promptly if you notice any signs of infestation. You can also help prevent pests and diseases by keeping your plants clean and well ventilated, and by avoiding overwatering. I hope these tips help you care for your indoor houseplants. Thank you so much. I think those suggestions, those tips, could you please tell me some more information about root rot? What is it? I find this really interesting. Sure, root rot is a common problem that can affect indoor plants, especially if they are overwatered or if their soil does not drain well. Root rot occurs when the roots of a plant become damaged or infected by a fungus or bacteria, which can lead to the death of the plant. Symptoms of root rot include yellowing or wilting leaves, a mushy or rotten smell coming from the soil, and roots that are black, mushy, or rotting. If you suspect that your plant has root rot, it's important to take action immediately to prevent further damage. To treat root rot, you can start by removing the affected plant from its pot and carefully inspecting its roots. If the roots are damaged, you may need to prune them back to a healthy tissue using clean, sharp scissors or a knife. You should also remove any infected soil from the plant's roots and discard it. Once you have pruned the roots and removed the infected soil, you can replant the plant in fresh soil and a clean pot. Be sure to use a well-draining potting mix and avoid overwatering the plant in the future. In some cases, you may need to also treat the plant with a fungicide to prevent further infections. Preventing root rot is also important for maintaining healthy indoor plants. To avoid root rot, be sure to water your plants only when the soil is dry and avoid letting them sit in standing water. It's also important to choose the right type of soil and pot for your plant and to provide it with adequate drainage. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with that response. I'm trying to think now how to complicate it. Very interesting and helpful. What bacteria or fungus actually causes it when the roots are affected in this way? I don't know this, so there's several types. This is so interesting. There are several types of bacteria and fungi that can cause root rot in plants. Some of the most common culprits include Pythium. This is a type of water mold that thrives in wet soil conditions. Pythium can cause root rot in a wide variety of plants, including vegetables, ornaments, and turf grasses. Phytophthora. This is another type of water mold which can cause root rot in a variety of plants, including trees, shrubs, and ornamentals. Phytophthora can survive in soil for several years and can spread quickly, making a particularly challenging problem to control. Fusarium, this is a type of fungus that can cause root rot in many types of plants, including vegetables, fruits, and ornamentals. Fusarium can also cause other diseases such as wilt and damping off. Rhizoctonia, this is a soil-borne fungus. I don't know why my brain stopped there. This is a soil-borne fungus that can cause root rot in a wide variety of plants, including turf grasses, vegetables, and ornamentals. Rhizoctonia Franconia thrives in warm, humid conditions and can spread quickly, making it difficult to control. It's important to note that different types of plants may be susceptible to certain types of root rot than others. Additionally, environmental factors such as temperature, moisture levels, and soil type can also play a role in the development of root rot. Regular monitoring of your plants and taking preventative measures can help keep them healthy and prevent root rot from occurring. That is so good and interesting. Okay, what can we ask next? Do we want to stay on topic? Do we want to go deeper into this? Or do we want to change the topic? I think we're gonna change the topic. That is so interesting. Thank you so much, GPT. You would like me to refer to you? Just aside. Okay, so can you tell me who was the first botanist ever? History of botany dates back to ancient times when people first started to study plants and their uses. However, the first person to be considered a botanist is Theophrastus, a Greek philosopher and student of Aristotle who lived in the 4th century BCE. Whoa, that's far back in time. Theophrastus is known as the father of botany because he wrote extensively about plants and their properties, classifying them into groups based on their characteristics. Theophrastus wrote 2 important works on plants: Inquiry into Plants and On the Causes of Plants, which laid the foundation for the scientific study of botany. He was the first person to describe and classify plants based on their morphology, physiology, and ecology, and his work was highly influential in the development of botany as a scientific discipline. Theophrastus also made important contributions to the study of plant growth and reproduction, and his ideas about plant physiology remained influential for centuries. Many of his observations and classifications are still used by botanists today, making him one of the most important figures in the history of botany. That is super interesting. 4th century BCE. Wow. Okay, Let me see. Okay, that is a long time ago. I'm trying to think. My next question. I guess it's just Latin, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, we know Linnaeus, bro. We know Linnaeus because he discovered so many of our favorite plants. The system of naming plants that we use today is known as binomial nomenclature, and it was first proposed by the Swedish botanist Carl Linnaeus in the 18th century. Linnaeus is often referred to as the father of modern taxonomy for his contributions to the classifications of living organisms, including plants. Linnaeus' system of binomial nomenclature involves giving each plant species a unique 2-part Latin name consisting of the genus and the species. This system is still widely used today, and Linnaeus' naming conventions are the basis for the modern classification of plants and other organisms. Linnaeus' work was groundbreaking because it provided a standardized system for naming and classifying plants, which made it easier for scientists to communicate with each other and share information. That is my favorite plant. My favorite aspect of how plants are named is that it's universal across the entire world. It also helped to establish botany as a more rigorous and systematic science. While Linnaeus is credited with developing the modern system of plant classification, it's important to note that his work built on the contributions of many other botanists and naturalists who came before him. The history of plant classification is a long and fascinating one, and it reflects the ongoing human quest to understand and categorize the natural world. I am surprised with the large gap in time between the first botanist in 4th century BCE and the nomenclature in the 18th century. Do you know how taxonomy during this period before Linnaeus? Getting complicated. Before Linnaeus, the classification and naming of plants and other organisms was a more informal and inconsistent process, with different scientists using different naming conventions and classification schemes. Some of the earliest attempts at plant classification can be traced back to the ancient Greeks, such as Theophrastus, who I mentioned earlier, but these systems were relatively simplistic and did not include detailed categories and naming conventions we use today. During the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, botany was primarily focused on the study of medicinal plants, and many early botanists were monks and physicians who used plants for their healing properties. These early botanists relied on a variety of naming conventions and classification schemes, some of which were based on the plant's medicinal uses, while others were based on morphological or ecological characteristics. It wasn't until the 16th and 17th centuries that botanists began to develop more formal classification systems based on the plant's physical characteristics, such as its leaves, flowers, and fruit. These early systems laid the foundation for Linnaeus's work, and many of the plant names and categories developed during this period are still in use today. However, it wasn't until Linnaeus's system of binomial nomenclature that a standardized and widely accepted system of plant classification and naming was established. Very interesting. I would assume it was chaotic. One of my favorite words ever. Okay, let's get on to something else. I don't need to read this. Okay. Yeah, okay, you said that already. Whatever. Okay, so what was the first botanical... Why am I blanking on this? Botanical garden. What was the first botanical garden? Let's see. The earliest botanical gardens were created in the Mediterranean during the Renaissance, and they were typically associated with universities or research institutions. I need a drink. One of the earliest and most famous botanical gardens was the Garden of the Academy of Padua, which was established in 1545 in Padua, Italy. The Garden of the Academy of Padua was designed as a place where students and researchers could study and experiment with plants from around the world. It featured a variety of plants, including medicinal herbs, exotic spices, and ornamental flowers, as well as a greenhouse for tropical plants. Amazing! 1545! Over time, the idea of botanical gardens spread throughout Europe and the world, and many other universities and research institutions established their own gardens. Today, there are thousands of botanical gardens and arboretums around the world. dedicated to preserving and studying plant life, as well as providing beautiful educational spaces for visitors to enjoy. Very cool, very cool. Okay, what is the largest botanical garden today? Is it Kew or is it somewhere in Singapore? Oh, shit. The largest botanical garden in the world is the Dubai Miracle Garden, located in the United Arab Emirates, UAE. It covers an area of over 72,000 square meters, 775,000 square feet, and features more than 45 million flowers arranged in elaborate patterns and designs. The garden is a home to a wide variety of plants, including seasonal flowers, trees, shrubs, as well as a number of unique and exotic displays, such as a giant floral clock, a replica of the Burj Khalifa made entirely out of flowers, and a butterfly garden. I think we should all go on a trip here. The Dubai Miracle Garden is open to the public from October to April each year and attracts millions of visitors from around the world. I didn't know this existed. It is a popular tourist destination, has been recognized as the Guinness World Record holder for the largest vertical garden and largest floral installation in the world. Floral installation, but like, okay, wow, I didn't know that existed. What about the botanical garden? I think I know the answer to this. That contributes the most to science and botany as far as researchers and funding. There are many botanical gardens around the world, blah, 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 that contribute significantly to scientific research and botanical garden. Okay, so Kew, we know this. Royal Botanical Gardens, London, England, one of the largest, most diverse collection of plants in the world, with over 8 million specimens, as well as world-renowned research facilities and a team of more than 400 scientists. Missouri Botanical Garden, Missouri. Vast collection of plants, world-class research facilities, and a team of more than 200 scientists. Botanic Gardens Conservation International is a global network dedicated to plant conservation and sustainability. I didn't know that. I'm actually going to write that down. BGCI. Range of research, training, and network opportunities for scientists and researchers. National Tropical Botanical Garden in Hawaii is dedicated to the conservation and study of tropical plants, largest collections of endangered plant species, as well as a team of scientists and researchers. That's amazing. I need to visit Kew. I haven't been to Kew, and it's not even that far away from me. Well, it's just a quick plane journey, but I really need to go. I could spend a freaking week there though. It's almost like overwhelming. I almost don't want to go because I know that I'll need so much time to actually properly absorb and take in all of the amazing plants and things that I'm seeing. Okay, so let's get on to another different topic. Let's ask some, okay, amazing. Would you like to go? We can go to Kew together. Okay. Could you not do it virtually? Are you able to access these? Interesting. Anyway, okay. What country in the world has the highest diversity of philodendron, let's say, because we all know and love them? Americas, particularly Central and South America, as such, the country with the highest diversity is likely to be, okay, Some of the countries in Central and South America have high levels. Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador and Peru. What about the same for begonia? The high diversity, yeah. Okay. Threatened with extinction due to habitat loss. Okay, yeah. Let's try this. Okay, what effects on ecology does this is actually something I want to make a video about. What effects on ecology does the houseplant market have? Because my job in ecology is essentially assessing impacts. So this is very interesting to me. Positive and negative effects, depending on how it is measured. On the positive side, ooh, she's stuck for words. On the positive side, the demand can drive the cultivation of certain species, which can help protect them from extinction and support the conservation, of their natural habitats. Additionally, houseplants can help to purify the air indoors. Check NASA. Improve indoor aesthetics and provide a connection to nature for people who may not have access to outdoor green spaces. However, the houseplant market can also have negative effects. The demand for rare or exotic species can drive the illegal trade of plants, which can harm natural ecosystems and threaten wild populations. Additionally, the production and shipping of houseplants can have a significant environmental impact, particularly if they are grown in energy-intensive greenhouse environments or shipped long distances. It is important for the houseplant industry to prioritize sustainability and responsible sourcing practices, such as sourcing plants from nurseries that use organic and sustainable growing practices, and shipping plants using low-impact transportation methods. Consumers can also play a role by choosing to purchase plants from ethical and sustainable sources and taking steps to reduce their environmental impact, such as using reusable plant pots and choosing plants that require minimal water and energy to maintain. Very, very important. Excuse me. We're just going to get to the point. Can you explain to me what might be the purpose of velvet textured plant leaves? Fine short hairs which give them a soft and fuzzy texture caused by the presence of small hair-like structures called trichomes, which are found at the surface of the leaves. Purpose can vary depending on the plant species and its environment. In some cases, may help to reduce water loss by creating a layer of insulation that helps to trap moisture around the leaf surface. This can be particularly beneficial in dry or arid environments where water is scarce. In other cases, the velvet texture may serve as a deterrent to herbivores by making the leaves less palatable or more difficult to eat. The hairs can irritate the mouths of herbivores or make it harder for them to access the leaf surface, which can help to protect the plant from being eaten. Finally, it can also have aesthetic appeal for humans, as it can create a soft, tactile appearance that is often associated with beauty and luxury. This may explain why some plant species with velvet textured leaves, such as certain types of begonia or St. Polia, are popular as ornamental houseplants. Yes. Okay. Out of your knowledge, your vast knowledge of plant species, can you pick one obscure species that is your favorite? It stopped recording, but I hope that that is working. So, corpse flower, yeah, we know about that. Corpse flower, name another one. Unpleasant odor, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, Welwitschia mirabilis. I think I've heard of this, which is a unique plant only found in Namibia. Okay, while she's talking. Why can't I copy and paste that? Copy and paste. Whoa, yeah, I've seen this. This is very interesting. Let's read about it. Plant is known for its distinctive appearance with 2 long strap-like leaves which can grow up to 4 meters. Yeah, I have read about this. In length, and a thick woody stem that can reach up to 1.5 meters in diameter. Lifespan and growth habits can live for up to 2,000 years and has a very slow growth rate with new leaves only growing at the base as the older leaves die off. Also adapted to survive in harsh desert environments with a deep taproot that can reach down to 30 meters to access water. Due to its unique appearance and unusual life cycle, it has become a popular attraction for tourists, a subject of fascination for botanists and plant enthusiasts. Thank you so much for all your interesting responses. GPT, I really enjoyed this chat. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this different type of video. I actually had a really nice time. I feel like I'm too tired from talking though, because I filmed 2 videos right before this. But let me know if you enjoyed this different type of video. I actually had a great time. I could have gone for another 30 minutes, but I know I don't know if I want this video to be longer than 30 minutes. But if you did enjoy it, we can definitely do it again. Either we can just have a randomized discussion like we did today, or I can ask it specific questions and we can just play along. Obviously, you have access to it too. It's free. And you can ask it any questions that you want to, but I find it so interesting. It's really quite an amazing tool. And also it makes me think, like, why am I sitting here making educational videos for you guys when you could definitely just go and ask ChatGPT? We definitely learned some new stuff today as well. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed today's video, a little bit of a different one. Let me know if you did. Like, comment, subscribe, do the things and interact in whatever way that you want to. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.